Hello YouTube, this is Undead93 coming back at you for my second upload for today because I just wanted to put up another upload. So where we left off last time, we got past the Bridge of Death, where pretty much we wrecked through that whole bridge, which was pretty awesome. And we got a new member, so continuing on my talk about Pokemon X&Y. I think I stopped on the legendaries, which they're both pretty awesome. Very much like comparing them to what's the word? Comparing to the other duos from the past games. What else to say? Then let's get to what's it called? Sylphion, which everybody's still wondering what the heck it's gonna be. What I say Sylphion is, that still baffles me. Oh, there's an item over there. It's a berry. A pecha berry. Let's go heal up Manny. Yeah, there we go. So, let's see. So, with Sylphion, if there's a new type to introduce this gen, Sylphion will definitely be that type, because it doesn't look like any type that is around. But if there isn't a new type released this gen, there's probably 3 types I think that Sylphion will be, just from me thinking about it. I either think that Sylphion will be a fighting type, because I kind of get the same vibe with Sylphion as I do with, what's the fighting type? The Mineshaw, with the weird, kind of kimono-esque arm things that Sylphion has all over its body. Oh, with its ribbon and stuff. Another thing would be a flying type. And, other than that, I would probably have to, for my last choice. Holy crap. Okay, so that did a crap ton. Let's hope he doesn't get another crit. Okay, he doesn't. But that was close for King. So, other than that, I'd probably think Sylphion would probably be a normal type. Like a female normal type, I think. Or another type of situation I'm thinking of is Sylphion being what's that type of stone? A shiny stone evolution, since we don't have one of those. And usually shiny stone evolutions usually look relatively like that. Usually they're a lighter version of their other selves, or more advanced, which kind of brings me up with, like, if you look at like Togetic to Togekiss and Roselia, Roselia to Roserade, they kind of have that. But other than that, I don't think Sylphion could be on any other types. If it is, Nintendo just pulled a giant, like, cloak over everybody. Or me. What other Pokemon came out this gen, or are coming out this gen? You have the new Mewtwo form, which I don't mind. Which, the only thing I wonder is how broken that thing will be, since Mewtwo's already a very powerful Pokemon. And if they make it any more powerful, Mewtwo pretty much becomes like the ultimate Pokemon ever. Which he pretty much originally was. I'm guessing they're just trying to put Mewtwo on a higher totem pole than he was. Which kind of makes sense, since Mewtwo is pretty much the original, like, best Pokemon ever. Slowpoke. Not sure how well that will work on this. Okay, it did pretty decent amount. But this thing... I just hope it doesn't use Confusion. And it does. Okay, good. Trying to swap you out for... swap you out for you. Sorry, Audie, but you really can't take another Confusion. Just check you. That does nothing to him. Dang, Slowpoke is one bulky Pokemon. But Skull's also a bulky Pokemon too, so... let's see what other Pokemon came out this. You have the 4 that were introduced to, well, yeah, today. Which are, you have like a fighting panda, which looks awesome. I kind of think it'll probably be the Mankey of its generation. Kind of. You know, bear, monkey thing. That's what I'm kind of thinking on. If so, it'd pretty be awesome, because Mankey is a pretty awesome Pokemon. Then you have the bird Pokemon, which learns Flame Charge, which might bring the possibility of that thing. Oh yeah, I forgot to start this counter. Whatever, that'll just add more time to this video. So, which will probably diverge it from being a fully evolved normal flying type, which would be awesome if it turns into a what's it called? A fire flying type, because we never really had a kind of starting off bird Pokemon that turns into something other than normal flying. So that would be quite cool if that happens. Okay, Nidoran. Could use Fee. Screw it. Let's see. What are the Pokemon? You have the electric lizard thing. Actually looks pretty cool as well. And then which I kind of hope it's not the what's the thing called? I just hope it's not the Pikachu clone of this generation, which it probably isn't. It would be something different, because Pikachu clones look nearly exactly like Pikachu, except a slight bit different. Because those things get annoying every generation, because they always have double team, and then something that boosts their speed. Like Emolgas, which pretty much made them even more painful to fight. Especially Elisa's, or Elsa's, or whatever the heck her name is. I hated fighting her, what's it called? Emolgas in her gym, because like, hey, guess what? Only like rock moves can hit her. And then he had pretty much electric types were pretty much her gym, and most electric gyms in most games are pretty overpowered, in my opinion. Unless you have like a really good ground type that pretty much nullifies pretty much all of their moves. And let's use Audi for these battles. So, let's see. Another Geodude. You're just gonna absorb that. And gain all that health back. Or, not gain any health back, but kill this Geodude. And it's gonna send out another Geodude, so we're gonna keep in Audi. And then the last Pokemon, which, in my opinion, is probably the best out of the 4 that was released today, which is, it's the only one I remember its name. It's called Go-Goat, which is pretty much, if you played like any like MMORPGs or most RPGs, it's pretty much just a mount, but it looks awesome. And if it's a replacement for the bike, I'm pretty much 100% positive that it is a perfect replacement for it. I just hope they find a way to implement it with other Pokemon, because I was thinking, wouldn't it be awesome to ride like a Steelix through town? That would be awesome. It'd be like you riding like a giant Pokemon through the city. If that's possible, that would be awesome. If not, I'm not gonna get all butthurt about it, because that thing looks awesome. If there's like a really crappy Pokemon, I would be all nitpicky and stuff about it, but it's an awesome looking Pokemon. I probably see it not evolving compared to the other 3 probably evolving, mainly because it looks like a Pokemon that would only be a single evolution, kind of like with like how Tauros and Pinsir and all those are. It'd pretty much be like one of those of that generation. What else is there? I think that's it for Pokemon. Also, you have the trainer customization that was announced today, which it wasn't as in-depth as trainer customization as I thought, but it's a step forward by Nintendo. And Nintendo kind of puts in changes very lightly from what you see from most games. Because most games you pretty much have like yes, you missed. Just that probably was gonna kill Manny. That's why I hate Rattatas and Raticates in this game. And Ekans, let's send out V. But it's a step forward, and I pretty much how I like how Nintendo goes is they put small innovations in that change the game a small bit, but still keep it the same. They're not pretty much like, hey, we're gonna change stuff so drastically that you're not gonna know what the heck this game is, or they're gonna put something in new that kind of reverses the game in a sense. That's why I like Nintendo in a sense, because they kind of just stick to, hey, we have this game and we're gonna make sure it doesn't delve that far from its original material. But there have been games that in Nintendo's thing that have, but they've still had their interesting feels to them, so like a win-win situation. So also in the comments below, if you'd like to put comments, but your thoughts on Pokemon X and Y and stuff, that because I would actually like to know your guys' opinions on Pokemon X and Y for people who are watching this. Let's see, what else is there? I think that's it for Pokemon X and Y that we kind of know. Well, it's also set in France, which is interesting, but it probably won't tie into any of the previous games, because it's set in a new region that's set off from Japan and from New York, of what the last region was based off of, which I don't mind because it kind of expands the Pokemon universe out even more. And I kind of hope that Nintendo kind of keeps with this feel of expanding the Pokemon universe. Of, hey, we have a place that is for France, we have a place set up for kind of America, we have a place set up for Japan. And if they kind of do that for most countries, but not get like racist or anything, I think Nintendo pretty much can make like a region per like a major country, which would be quite awesome, because like, hey, I live in that country and this is our like region based off of our like national stuff, and we have like our national stuff. Sorry for like kind of watering that down, but it's pretty much what it kind of be like, but I'm cool with it. Let's see. Wow, this thing is average stats all around. Okay, so let's go to this chick. Okay, so we got the last trainer on Route 25. I think this is Route 25. And it's an Oddish versus Manny. Let's swap out Manny for, let's bring out Feather. So, also, after my key animated anime month, I'll be going to other anime, and I will also introduce a new character into my anime reviews that will make stuff more interesting. So, epic foreshadowing in this video. So, that'll be interesting, because I'll be able to kind of put in some form of plot with my anime reviews, because I like writing stuff, and it'll be interesting to like kind of like write around these stuff I have in my mind. And then so yeah. What else was I gonna say? Let's see. Yeah, I gotta stop rambling. But, yeah. I do believe that Pokemon X and Y is probably going to be a very good game. Kind of, most of the starting out games for like a system pretty much put it a notch above like the last gen, which I hope that X and Y does, above the DS games. If so, that's going to be like awesome, because it just sets like a new milestone for Pokemon. And these, when I first saw these people in my when I first played this game, I thought these two were trainers, because before I got this game, I played Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire / Emerald. I think Emerald was out by then. And this is Bill, who is a Clefairy, which makes me wonder what he has done. But Bill's just kinky that way. He likes to confuse with Pokemon. Next, you know, we'll come in here and he'll be a Nidoqueen. Or something even more odd, like a Jigglypuff. So, here's Bill, and he's like, hey, thank you for saving me, even though, yeah, you couldn't be able to do this. Which then makes me wonder, because Gary came up here, and he was normal. So that means between the time of me beating Gary and me getting here, he transformed himself into a Pokemon. Wow, Bill, you work fast. That's all I'd say. Also, another thing I was wondering is how did he do that? But whatever. And let's go back outside and back inside because we get to look at this PC and see his private Pokemon collection. Or we get to see Eevee, Flareon, Jolteon, and Vaporeon. I'm probably going to just choose the Pokemon that best suits me for the situation I need it for, which there are plenty of water Pokemon in this game, so I'm probably not going to choose a Vaporeon. Flareon in all gens isn't really that good since it gets nothing, especially in this gen, it gets literally nothing. So it's like, yeah, you're kind of throwing at dice here. And dice meaning, yeah, you're kind of getting nothing. So, with that, we're going to take on the Cerulean Gym. We're going to try to go with having Audie as our main target for stuff. Unless we face a Shelter. Then we have to switch out because Oddish would get completely destroyed by a Shelter. And I think this guy starts off with a Shelter, which I think was the dumbest move for me to ever do. But whatever. Okay, he starts with a Horsey, so. And here's Audie. Also, another thing that confused me with these games when I first played it, well, when I played it after playing 4th gen, was that when, what's it called? Because in 4th gen, they split up how moves are, and then you get to this game, and you go back to playing these games, you're like, oh yeah, they have everything set by moves. Which kind of makes some Pokemon better and some Pokemon completely worse. So now he sends out his Shelter, which we're probably just going to use. Yeah, we're going to use Manny on him. Yeah, Manny, let's mess this sucker up. I hope he's part Ice type. And he's not. And Manny takes hits like somebody who can't take hits. Okay, use your defense curl. Withdraw thing. Use it again. You're still going to lose, sucker. And bam, there goes Shelter. I thought it was an Ice type, but I'm probably just mixing that up with it knowing Icicle Spear, and it gets it when it becomes a Cloyster. Whatever. Let's go heal up real quick, because I don't want someone to die. So, yeah. But with Lieutenant Surge is probably going to be the easiest gym, since you get a free Diglett / trio from the Diglett's cave, so pretty much you shouldn't have any trouble with that gym. And oh yeah, they took somebody out from this gym. I remember in when I played this game as a kid, there was, I think, somebody like right here. I'm not sure, but there was, I think, somebody here or here or here or here. They were somewhere. There was another trainer somewhere in here that was right next to Misty. That was quite interesting to fight, but screw that. They're like, hey, let's reduce the trainers. And now we get to face this chick, who's like, we're not going to bother Misty. I'm like, psh, have you seen us? We're awesome. Not really, but we'll just keep telling that ourselves. Oh my god. Audie takes hits like nothing. I hope Audie gets a better move sooner or later. I kind of hope that Wartortle got Wait, when does he learn bite? Let's look at the book of book of moves. Let's see. Okay, 19. That's not. I think it's like his next level anyway. There we go. Audie's now level 17, which is good. And one more level learns Sleep Powder, which is pretty awesome. So, let's see. I'm actually going to teach Audie Bullet Seed, since Bullet Seed might be able to do more damage. Because this has a base of 20, but this has a base of 10, but it can hit twice. So, yeah, I'm going to get rid of Sweet Scent. And either way, if Audie dies, on the off chance that does happen, which I could kind of care less, but it'd be quite sad, like, yep, there goes Audie. So, I want to go heal up real quick, so, before we face Misty. Actually, I'm going to go face that one guy first, and go gather some stuff, or items. So, let's see, we got a nugget that we can sell, which we get instant money. Buy, and let's see, gotta buy a Pokeball since we gotta have 10 of those. We're gonna buy 6 super potions since those are quite good. We're good on those. Whoa. Let's see, antidotes, good on those. Paralyzed heal, good on those. Awakening, I think we need 2. We need 2 of those. Let's see, and I think we're good on burn heal. So we're gonna buy 10 repels, because that'll be for whenever I want to use them, which will probably be never, because we're pretty much just gonna use Pokemon in caves as pretty much what's it called? Attack targets, for pretty much leveling purposes and for my Pokemon to get stronger / leveling purpose. Let's see. Also, sometime in the future, probably, I will probably switch gears on the anime reviews and tackle a video game. I'm not sure which video game to review right now. I'm right now skeptical on reviewing what's it called? Hyper Dimension Neptunia Victory, Katawa Shoujo, or let's swap actually. Yeah. So now we're gonna face another Team Rocket Grunt. Let's see, Katawa Shoujo, Hyperdimension Neptunia, or Mugen Souls. But for most of those games, I'm only about halfway through most of them. So, except for Katawa Shoujo, which I did finish. So I'm more leaning on Katawa Shoujo, and possibly doing a walkthrough of that game / playthrough, since it is quite an interesting game in its own merit. But it depends. Put in the comments if you do want to see the game being played / reviewed. And let's see, a Drowsy, so Drowsy's weak to, let's use Skull, since Skull can be used against Misty's, what's it called, Starmie, with its bite attack. Okay, that did a lot. And there we go, we get a critical hit. I hate... Okay, every person who's used a frickin' attack that puts me to sleep has hit instantly. So, screw you, Drowsy, and go. Just go. You're an evil Pokemon. And don't people tell me he's not an evil Pokemon. He's working for Team Rocket. He is evil. This makes Rattatas all evil except mine, because Rattata, mine, Mr. Rat, he's awesome. Even though he got swapped for an Oddish. But that kind of happens with Pokemon teams. You kind of have to be flexible. So, we just beat this guy, and their house is still messed up. That sucks for their house. And a cup that does nothing. Yep, sucks for that cup. I think that's like the only cop you actually see in this whole game. Even though there's an evil crime organization running through this whole series. I think that's like the only cop you see in like any Pokemon series. Unless you count Looker. But I kind of don't count Looker. Since Looker just kind of does his own thing. I think I haven't really played Platinum that much to kind of know what he does. I kind of seen what he did in the anime, which was kind of Sherlock Holmes of their universe. Let's see, I can use Stun Spore on this thing, or I could, screw it, Blizzard. Okay, so... Okay, that does a lot. Either this thing has a pitiful special defense, or we're just gonna wreck this thing, like... And it uses Water Pulse. And I bet it's gonna get Confusion instantly. Okay, good. So this is a dead Staryu. And bam, Staryu's dead. Good job, Audie. That's what that thing gets. And Audie doesn't even level. So we're gonna swap you out for Skull, because Skull's freaking awesome. And bring in against the Starmie. Since Starmie is part Psychic type, we can just use Bite on this thing. Let's see. Yeah. Bam, we've won against Misty. I'll give a hurrah. We have just defeated pretty much, well, I don't want to say Ash's, I'm a Poke shipper. Screw it. Ash's pretty much primary chick. And all you guys can get pissed off like, hey, Ash is with blah 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 blah. Here's my opinion. One, May, I don't see as a love interest for Ash. Dawn, kind of the same boat. Iris, on the other hand, I kind of see some form of relationship between them. Kind of, I've seen a lot of anime. I've seen kind of this love-hate relationship in some animes, so I could see that angle being put if he does end up with Iris, but probably Ash will never end up with her because she'll probably go into obscurity with all the other chicks. Because, yeah, only like one chick shows up after like each season. It's like, yeah, May, and then Misty reappears, like, I think she reappears twice. I think that's the most for any of the other chicks. Then you have Dawn, and then May returns. Then you have Iris, and then Dawn returns. It's like, wow, look at all these former cameos. We'll never see them again. Probably. Unless Ash goes back to Pallet Town, he'll probably see Misty again. If he goes back to the Hoenn region, or wherever May is, or someplace with contests, he'll see May again. If he goes to the Sinnoh region, or wherever Dawn is, he'll see her again. And if he loses Iris, he'll definitely see her in the next region, because that's just how this stuff rolls. I'm going to end my episode right here. So, yeah, that is going to be the end of this episode. I hope you've liked hearing my random ramblings about X and Y shipping in general. Well, just Poke shipping. Because I am a Poke shipper, but I'm also kind of whatever the shipping name for Ash and Iris is. That's my second kind of choice if Ash does end up with somebody. That's mostly if, like, Misty gets, like, forgotten in obscurity. But that'll probably happen. Either that, or those weird theories of stuff will come true. Which I hope not, because I don't want Ash to be in a coma forever. So that is the end of the episode. Sorry for me continually rambling, and I will see you guys later.